Hi guys, we are back with Miranda today, and I am so excited, Miranda, that you are joining us because your approach to this whole theme that we are talking about is so perfect, and you guys or you did great stuff with your business and with the people you work with. So I cannot wait to hear from you. Hi.
Hi, Lenka. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so honored.
I am honored to have you here. Like I said, you guys, Miranda came from, or she is a massage therapist, right? So we didn't have any massage therapist in this group speaking yet, but it just shows you that you can really come from any walk of life and create something amazing online. Because you would think massage therapy is such a hand-on, personal therapist-client experience, right? How do you take something like that, like giving a massage, and create an online business from that? People would be like, I don't even see it. You did see it, and I cannot wait to hear about that. So please tell us, where did it start? Tell us your story, how you chose this career for yourself, and then what happened, what made you shift, and how did you figure out what you're gonna do with it?
Wow, that's a great question. So, I am really a lifetime entrepreneur. My first business was when I was 17 as a piano instructor, mobile piano instructor. So, I was a aspiring classical musician for about 16 years. And that gave me incredible discipline, which maybe I didn't understand at the time how that would benefit me when I was young, but now I see that's really benefited my ability to continue to grow my practice and my online business. So, um, what this really came out of was when I was sitting at the piano for 3 to 4 hours every day, as well as working at an insurance company. So I was sitting again all day for 8.5 hours. And I really was feeling isolated in that way, as classical piano is usually quite solo practice. And then I was in my cubicle all day. So I felt very isolated, and I had this urge to move my body that I wasn't getting. I didn't have the social life that I wanted. And so I took a good look at my values and decided to pivot into massage therapy. And now it's the opposite of that, right? I'm speaking with people, having very honest, deep conversations with my clients every day. I get to see multiple people a day and influence my field of industry that way. So it really lights me up to be able to be literally hands-on with people and to be speaking to different people every single day, whereas before it was quite the opposite. So that's really what inspired me to then want to spread my message. After I gained quite a lot of success in my solo little practice, I hired a couple of business coaches, just maybe more generic business coaches, not knowing really what I was doing. And I realized, there were some things I would have changed in those experiences. And I looked at what I felt maybe I was missing in those experiences. Being a young, ambitious massage therapist, I wanted a coach that deeply understood and had experience in the health industry. And so I basically just became what I wanted at that time.
Wonderful. So you've like filled in that gap that you saw in the marketplace. You saw that there was a need for that. Now, in the middle of the pandemic, many people are closing their hands-on, face-to-face, brick and mortar businesses, and
Mhm.
they are trying to figure out how to create a model that would work online. You did that.
Mhm.
How did you do that?
Well, it really started from a place. I was so lucky that before the pandemic started, just a few months before that, I was so busy in my practice that my hands were becoming kind of sore. I had a couple very small injuries. I started lifting at the gym and working out to help my body cope with the how busy I was. I was booked about 8 to 10 weeks in advance in my practice. And I thought there has to be a way I can reach people without taking that toll directly on my body. And so I figured this is a great way to balance and be involved in the industry and reach more people, but without taxing my body physically. So I had a little bit started before the pandemic, but really all it was I had worked with maybe one or two one-on-one clients. I had my little freebie, and I had just started the Facebook group, and that was it. Other than that, I had no clue what I was doing. And so when the pandemic started, I realized, okay, these are some fragmented pieces that I have, and how can I take advantage of this time? Because as you know, the massage clinics were closed, so I didn't have a job. And I wanted to be self-sufficient and supplement my income, and kind of regain that power and that that ambition. So I basically, what they say is throwing spaghetti at the wall. For me, it was just volume, 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 and so much volume that I was quickly making mistakes and learning from them. The more mistakes you make, I always say, is the quicker you'll move, right? So I would say how I did it is really just a few principles. The first one would really be, you just have to be okay with taking risks and failing. Something I heard was fall in love with failure, and I've really tried to embrace that. Be okay with doing something, even though you may not see a direct return, just taking a step back and seeing the big picture of what you're trying to do. Another one is being okay with taking risks, especially with your money. And that's tricky because so many of us, especially with the pandemic, we're so afraid now to, we're holding our money and our resources tightly to our chest. We're afraid to lose more. And it's funny that during this time, I've actually spent the most money and made the most money on my consulting business in the last 12 months. Yeah. And I think that's because I've been okay with continuing to spend my money, invest into things like a virtual assistant and paid ads and things that, they might not work out. And you have to be okay with spending money on things that might not work out, because that's always a lesson, and understanding that money is cyclical. And if you put that energy out there, that people will see that you're being brave and respond to that and feel inspired by that, because that is so hard to do. And that money will come back to you tenfold if you have faith in yourself.
Fantastic. You couldn't say it better. It's perfect. And I want you guys to take notes on this, because what I heard Miranda said was she didn't know what she was doing, really. She opened Facebook group. She had one freebie that she wanted to give away to people, right? One thing that she could connect over with people. And what she did, she just went for it. She invested in herself. She took chance on herself, and it's coming back to her. Beautiful. I also, from what you're saying, like, it resonates, and what I hear you clearly say is, I am really smart, and I am not afraid to think outside of the box. Try new things, like you said. And we strongly believe that there is no failure, right? We strongly, as coaches, we strongly believe that you either try it and it works, in which case phenomenal, or you try it and it doesn't work, in which case even better, you just learn something. So there is no failure. You cannot fail. You either learn and grow, or you succeed, right? And we call it failing forward. So this is fantastic, and you are doing it on a daily basis, and because of that you are successful. So tell us what you are able to create since you decided to step outside that comfort box and just go for it.
Yeah, well, it's allowed me to make now a part-time income. I supplement what I used to make working 5 or 6 days a week, massaging clients at the clinic, to now being able to cut down my time and therefore save my body and elongate my career by working 3 days a week. I still see clients on a part-time basis. And the other part-time basis I spend consulting with clients. And I really would say that my massage experience and the intimate setting in which you get to know people and connect with people has really benefited my ability to connect with people online, because there is not that in-person, that hands-on. You have to really know how to quickly create trust and comfort, between you and your audience. And I think I'm inspired by the in-person connections that I've made. And that's allowed me to really create a small but strong audience. And I'm so blessed to say that I frequently get compliments like, I think of you when I think of showing up authentically. I think of you when I think of taking risks and showing up for yourself and things like that, things that I've wanted to emulate. And I'm just inspired by those positive comments to keep growing.
Perfect. And I'm sure you deserve them all. So you are able now take that and make it even better and bigger, because now you get to impact other health practitioners, other healers, other massage therapists, and you teach them how to do what you did, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I've had more and more requests. I helped my last client launch his first movement coaching program, integrated with his massage practice. So it's exciting because I've now had enough of those requests where people are understanding the value of creating that hybrid model, such as I have, that I've now created a new 4-week offer. Right now, I just have an 8-week offer that is basically absolutely everything from A to Z about growing and sustaining a highly booked massage practice. But now I've created a 4-week offer to kind of allow for us to get into how to create your first online offer as well and pair it with that. So I'm trying to stay competitive and move, like you said, moving forward with how the industry is going, and continue to serve people with, what they need and how things have changed.
Yes, yes. And this could be applied to any business out there, you guys. It does not have to be massage therapy. This is just one model that Miranda was able to take from offline to online. You get to do it with any business that's out there. Okay. If you have any questions on how, in our Facebook group, ask any mentor that you connected with, any mentor that you resonate with. They are there for you. So if you have any questions or you have idea on how to create new business for yourself, run it by them. They'll tell you, they'll give you honest feedback on, yes, this is a good idea, or I would do it differently, or did you consider this or that? Like, they'll be very, very honest. It will save you time and money. Okay. Now, with that said, Miranda, I would like to know, is there any like is there anything that you would tell to your younger self that, do this differently or be aware of that? Or, what would you tell your younger self to prepare yourself for where you are right now?
I would say, with my experience, I used to doubt myself quite a bit and be very self-critical. So I would say, I allowed myself to be swayed by others' opinions
Yeah.
of me, and how that would determine my future success and my self-worth. So, for the last several years, I've worked very hard on my own personal confidence. And I would just say, don't let others steal your power. Don't let others steal your confidence, or put on you how successful you're going to be or what you're capable of. Nobody knows that better than you.
This is gold. This is gold, because how many of us can relate to what Miranda just said? It's right. We all have those doubts, and we all have those. Yeah. So perfect, perfect, perfect. And I know that you brought a beautiful gift to our audience that is going to help them out a lot. What is it?
I have a freebie for you. It's 4 ways to book new clients into your practice. And these principles apply for an in-person or an online model. And they're just 4 quick tips that you can instantly apply, with a small little bonus tip in there for you just for today.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You ladies and gentlemen, wasn't she amazing? Give it up for Miss Miranda. We are so happy that you got to join us, got to share your wisdom with us. We've learned a ton from you today, Miranda. And ladies and gentlemen, please, if you resonated with what she said, follow her. Click on that link below, download the gift that she brought you, and give her a shout out on the social media. Where would people find you, Miranda? Like, what's your favorite platform on social?
I would say my favorite platform would be Instagram. It's a great snapshot of what I do. I share my offers there. Also, my Facebook group, I do free trainings, live video trainings twice a week. So if you have questions or want to really interact with me and get more of a deeper transformation, the Facebook group would be the best place to start.
Perfect. So you guys heard that. Go and follow, give her a shout out, tag her in your post, tell people that you loved today's interview. And Miranda, thank you. We wish you the best success in your life, in your career. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Lenka. I had such a great time. And once again, I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you. And for you, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow for another wonderful interview with another phenomenal expert. Have a great day.